You know, today is the official kickoff to KSTP's and the nonprofit Como Friends sponsor an animal campaign. It's happening at the Como Zoo in beautiful St. Paul.
If you sponsor an animal for $50, you'll help to keep Como Zoo free for all. Now, your donation also helps to fuel support for park improvements. And our reporter, Kristen Hobrick, is live from the newly finished Como Harbor. Hi there, Kristen.
Hey guys, I'm so excited to be here. And as you talked about, Como Zoo is just one of a small handful of zoos across the country that is still free to the public. And so your donation could really help keep it that way. Now, it might be raining, but I'm soon going to introduce you to some fun animals that don't mind getting a little wet, right? But first, I'm going to show you this wonderful space. This is Como Harbor, and this is your first look at it. It's been a long time coming. They were doing a lot of construction work and a lot of work during the pandemic. So Jackie's with me now. Jackie's the president of Como Friends, the nonprofit, helping to make this possible. So tell us what folks can expect once this officially opens.
Sure. Welcome to Como Harbor. We're so excited to have you here for this sneak peek. We're opening in early June.
Awesome.
And so we have some wonderful updates for our visitors. We have a new shaded amphitheater, the KCP Amphitheater.
Ooh!
There's one of our sea lions. She's cheering for it.
She knows she's on camera.
If you've come to Como for a Sparky show, you sit in the hot sun waiting for the show to start. Now you're going to have a nice shaded amphitheater. We have a new restaurant with capacity seating so that we can serve all of our visitors with also a beautiful shaded patio.
Wonderful. And Jackie, this is quite the contrast from Monkey Island, because not only is it going to be better for the public, but also for the animals to have this new space.
Absolutely. Monkey Island was built for monkeys, and this was designed to meet all the best practices for the care of the seals and the sea lions. Right. And so it has salt water. It's year-round, so you'll be able to, Minnesotans can experience Como Harbor in all 4 seasons. You can see now our California sea lions and our harbor seals are going through some training, which provides enrichment for the animals, so for their health and well-being.
And I think something that's fun to point out is that we see this training, and it's not just for show. It's not just for what the public will see, but some of this is also to get them comfortable for some of their health treatments. Is that right?
Absolutely. We call it for husbandry purposes, and you'll see that the sea lions, they can brush their teeth, they can put eye drops in their eyes.
Really getting like she was checking.
She's checking her mouth. They can even just get them to hold in one spot, which will allow them to do checks. Our performing seal, Subi, has an injury that we believe is from a shark bite, and so she has some floating bones in her back flipper. And you can see how Becky is touching her. They can check her flipper to make sure that everything's okay and they're not sensing any arthritis in it.
That's wonderful. And is her stage name Sparky? Is that what I understand?
Her stage name is Sparky, and her persona, as you can see, she's very exuberant.
Oh,
so she's a very high energy Sparky.
Yeah, and I want to touch on too. So we mentioned Sparky, having survived that potential shark attack. You guys at Como Zoo really do a nice job of helping to rescue these animals who wouldn't be able to survive in the wild. There's 2 new additions that have some eye trouble. Tell me about that.
We do. We have a new species here at Como, gray seals, Wally and Stanley. And both of them are legally blind, and they would not have survived in the wild. Stanley also has a scar around his throat, so it looks like he was caught in a fishing net.
Oh, no.
And so in zoos, we no longer take animals from the wild. We either take animals that are deemed irreleasable, so then they're rescued and brought to a zoo, or we have cooperative breeding programs. And so here at Como, we have a great reputation for providing quality care for our animals. You can see that happening right now. And so we are home to a harbor seal doing an inchworm imitation back there, who was also rescued. That is, I think that one is Cash.
Gosh, it's probably hard to tell them all apart. How are they getting along with their new habitat? Are they liking it?
So I learned that yesterday was the first day that the sea lions and the harbor seals that you see here now were out together for the first time.
Okay. And it's a process. You don't want to rush it and then they're introduced.
They do a lot of processes of introducing them first to the new space and then to each other in the new space. And all went well. They're all getting along, and Wally and Stanley are still acclimating to being here since they're so new, and once they're able to be out, then they'll also be incorporated into this great community.
Oh, he's waving. And what's the temperature of the water that they're in right now?
They keep it around 55 degrees.
Okay, and it's salt water to be very similar to the ocean?
It's salt water, and we can heat and cool it, so it stays around the 50 to 55 degree year round.
Which will be nice even in Minnesota winter.
In the winter, it won't freeze, and then the summer it'll also be cooler, so that it'll be better for the animals.
Great. Well, we know this has been a long time coming, and even when I've been here, folks are eager to see. They're kind of trying to look past the construction gates to see, is it done yet? Is it happening? So this is one of the biggest projects you've completed here at Como in recent times.
Yes, it has a huge footprint. It was a $20 million improvement, and it was made possible through the incredible generosity of our community, for our individuals, corporations, foundations, and with support from the Minnesota State Legislature. So everyone here at Como Park Zoo and Conservatory is so honored for the great support of the community for this improvement, and we hope that there will be generations of Minnesotans building new memories in this great place.
For sure. Well, thank you, Jackie, for helping us get our first look, and for being able to see all those seals up close. It sure is a neat experience. And Steve and Kelly, you know, Steve, I understand that you might have some admiration for the sloth named Chloe, because she's going to come into the KSTP studios on Thursday.
You know, and I'm not going to be here for this, and it's going to be emotional. You're going to be here. Yeah, Chloe the sloth
that's right.
and I.
He's going to Disneyland.
I'm going to Disney, and Chloe and I have a rich history, and we've had highs, we've had lows, and we darn near kissed on the mouth once.
You did. It got really aggressive on live television. Now, I won't try to steal her from you, but I will just show her, like, just
I'll tell you this, though, Kristen, and then we'll let you go. Those seals, watching them get around, I mean, what a miserable way to move about the earth. God love these seals. They really...
But they have a brand new home. It's
and
like
they have a brand new home, and it's great. But my point is,
paint.
even as miserable as it must be to move on land as a seal, they have got it infinitely better than Chloe the sloth.
They've got blubber, and no one cares.
Oh, yeah. No, there's no body shaming in the seal community.
No, absolutely not.
All right, Kristen.
Kristen, thank you.
Thank you.
From now until April 25th, every gift to the KSTP 5 Eyewitness News Como Friends Sponsor-a-thon will be doubled with an anonymous $10,000 match. To learn how you can help sponsor an animal at Como Zoo, visit comofriends.org/KSTP.